Um, yeah, today we're going to explore three different shapes in many different ways. So it's going to be triangle pose and revolved triangle and pyramid pose, which are going to do laying down on our backs with a strap, standing in traditional, but also just so that you know, like triangle, right, is here. Additionally, triangle can be here in half moon. It's the same exact shape, just standing on one foot. And then similar to revolved triangle where we cross here, we'll find it in a floating shape of revolved half moon, and then standing split, which is traditional pyramid. So we're going to explore these shapes and really focus in on the form of them all because we can find it laying down on our backs more easy first and then making our way up to that at the end. We're going to get started laying down on our backs with our straps. So just have that nearby and come into either constructive rest, which is feet on the floor, knees knocking together to touch. Feet could be wide, or maybe you find an early Shavasana with the legs extended all the way towards the front of the mat. And I will be offering some hands-on assist today. If you prefer not to receive any touch, just give me a little wave now, and I will absolutely respect your space. Thank you. So as always, taking a few intentional moments here to ground down into this time and space that you've set aside for yourself today. To try to be any amounts more present in the moments before you walked through the door. So maybe that's bringing awareness to the fingertips and the toes as a way to bring the thinking mind out into our extremities, the furthest points from the mind, to connect the mind with the body. And then start to check in with your spirit. Spirit can be interpreted as many things. Perhaps it's simply your mood, how you're doing today. Or perhaps it's your connection to whatever you believe spirit or source to be. If that resonates, if it doesn't, just simply ignore it and let it go. Deciding if you want to set an intention for your practice today. Intentions can be words, phrases, mantras, or just something or someone you'd like to send some energy to. A suggestion for today could be simply to bring all of that energy to your heart. The center of your chest, heart being our chakra related to love. Knowing the importance of love in our life. Love being the greatest teacher, the greatest healer. Knowing there can always be more love. Whatever you choose, we'll seal in with 2 collective breaths together. Go ahead and take a slow inhale through your nose and fill your body up with air. And an audible exhale through your mouth. Let it go. One more just like that. Inhale through your nose, fill belly, lungs, heart. And exhale through your mouth. release. Choose a breathing pattern from here that suits your practice today. Perhaps Ujjayi, in and out through the nose, or something else. And when you're ready, blink your eyes open, bend your knees, place your feet on the floor, and grab your strap. You're going to put the strap around the ball mount of your right foot and extend your right foot straight up towards the sky. And we'll all extend the left leg forward today. Unless that doesn't feel good for any reason, you can bring the left foot back. Now leave the strap on your right foot and take both hands to your hips. And notice how kind of the right hip might be hiking up towards your ribs, and try to draw the right hip down in line with the left hip. And then really try to draw both sit bones down towards the earth. Keep your hips where they are. Keep drawing the right hip forward. And start to take your hands to your strap. And while drawing the hip forward, pull the right leg in towards your chest. So rotating the hip down, it externally rotates the hip, brings it in to the socket. You could have a micro bend through your right knee. It could be straight, your choice. You're trying to let the leg relax by using your breath to soften through the back line of the leg and melt the leg closer to your heart. And take both sides of the strap into the right hand. Keep it pulling in towards your heart and extend your left arm straight out to the left. Keep drawing the right hip down and forward. And send your right leg out to the right, but up towards your right shoulder. So don't let it come all the way down to the ground. Kickstand your right elbow on the earth and draw your left heel straight forward. Could you try to push your left thigh bone down towards the ground? And can you get your right hip in line with your left hip? And let your ribs soften back in towards your torso. And take a full breath in and a full breath out. So right here, this is very similar to triangle pose. We'll bring it back towards center, which is similar to pyramid. We'll take the strap in the left hand, right arm extends out to the right. Start by bringing your right toe straight up towards your left shoulder, so it's not much movement at all. And then take your right thumb and put it on your right hip and draw your right hip forward and down, and feel this really intense sensation on the outline of your right leg, your IT band. And take a full breath in and a full breath out. This is very much like revolved triangle here. We're going to let the right leg come all the way over to the left. So you might roll onto the outer edge of your left hip and let the right foot come down to the floor. Your right arm's reaching out to the right. Your left hand can come to your right hip and gently guide it forward and then towards the left. Push your right heel away from you and try to draw your right big toe down towards the floor. And then bend your right knee, start to roll back to your back, and we'll take that all on the left side. So right leg can extend forward, loop the strap around the left foot, and maybe you take your left hand to your left hip and you push the left hip forward in line with the right before you draw the leg in closer towards your body. And could you push your right thigh bone down towards the earth a little more? Keep sending the left hip forward and pulling the left hip in towards the center line. And take a breath in. Take your left hand on the strap. Release your right arm out to the right as you breathe out. Start to let the left leg open to the left, but keep drawing it up towards the shoulder. Activate through the right leg, so really push the right heel forward. Bring your right toes back towards you. These look great. Take a big breath in and exhale out. Go ahead, bring your leg back to center. And then grab the strap with the right hand. Left hand can push the left hip forward and down. Bring your left toes up towards your right shoulder. Feel that IT band stretch. And then we'll start to turn this into a twist, so you can let your left leg come all the way down to the right. You might roll onto your outer right hip and extend your left arm out to the left. Maybe the left hand encourages or maybe I should say your right hand could encourage your left hip to move forward. And take a breath in. Bend your left knee, roll onto your back as you breathe out. Hug both knees in towards your chest. Find a little bit of movement side to side. Relax your low back. And then you'll rock and roll the length of your mat and come right up and over into down dog today. So hands to the front of the mat, feet to the back of the mat. So you're in a nice long plank before you lift your hips up and back, finding that nice long stance. If you want to walk it out, go ahead and do that. If stillness is already ready for you, do that. Think about pushing your hands down and forward. And as you really push your hands into the mat, that will send your hips towards the back of the room to elongate the torso. And full breath in and full breath out. From down dog, sweep your right leg to the sky, breath in. Point your toe, roll your hip open, keeping your legs straight as you breathe out. Continue pushing down through the left heel and lifting up through the right hip, staying heavy in your left hand, squaring your chest towards the earth. And take a breath in. Runner's lunge, step your right foot forward as you breathe out. Bend your back knee, look forward, inhale. Left foot crosses behind your right foot, forward fold, exhale. Push your feet into the mat, sweep your arms up to the sky, breath in. Clasp your hands, point your fingers, lift, breath out. Grow a little taller, inhale. Side stretch to the right, exhale. Center, breath in. Forward fold, try to get your hands to the mat, breath out. Keep your fingertips on the floor, find a halfway lift, breath in. And forward fold, breath out. Step your left foot to the back of the mat, runner's lunge on the right. Sweep your right leg up and back, three-legged down dog, breathe in. Three-legged plank, roll forward, breath out. Three-legged down dog, inhale. Three-legged chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog, full breath in. Downward facing dog, full breath out. Sweep your left leg to the sky, breath in. Point your toe, open your hip, breath out. One inhale, one exhale. Close your hip, breath in. Runner's lunge, step it through, breath out. Bend your back knee, shine your heart forward. And then step your right foot behind your left foot, forward fold. Sweep your arms up to the sky, breathe in. Clasp your hands, point your fingers up, breath out. Stand up taller, inhale. Side stretch left, exhale. Come back through center, breath in. Forward fold, try to get your hands or fingertips to the mat, breath out. Keep your fingertips there, halfway lift, breath in. Forward fold, breath out. Step your right foot to the back of the mat, runner's lunge on the left. Three-legged down dog, breath in. Three-legged plank, breath out. Three-legged down dog, inhale. Three-legged chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing, breathe in. Downward facing, breath out. Settle there for 3 breaths. All right, from downward facing dog, sweep your right leg high, breath in. Point your toe, open your hip, breath out. 1 inhale, runner's lunge, step it forward, exhale. Bend your back knee, breath in. Left foot crosses behind your right foot, breath out. Sweep your arms up to the sky, inhale. Clasp your hands, point their fingers, lift, exhale. Stand up taller, breath in. Side stretch right, breath out. Come right back to center, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breath in. Forward fold, breath out. Step your left foot to the back of the mat, runner's lunge. Three-legged down dog, breathe in. Three-legged plank, breath out. Three-legged dog, inhale. Three-legged chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing, breath in. Downward facing, breath out. Really nice. Left leg to the sky, breathe in. Point and open, breath out. 1 inhale, runner's lunge. As you exhale, bend the back knee, breath in. Right foot behind left foot, forward fold, breath out. Sweep your arms up to the sky, inhale. Clasp and point, exhale. Stand up taller, ribs in, breath in. Side stretch left, breath out. Center, breathe in. Forward fold, breath out. Halfway lift, breath in. Forward fold, breath out. Step your right foot back. Sweep your left leg up and back. Breathe in. Three-legged plank, breath out. Three-legged dog, inhale. Three-legged chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing, breath in. Downward facing, breath out. Tap your knees down. Just look forward for a moment. Something we're going to work on in chaturangas and push-ups in a second will be this. I'm going to show you something first that we're going to try to avoid, and then something that we can work on. So a lot of us come into chaturanga like this, and you'll notice my scapula, my back muscles are squeezing in toward one another. And what happens is a lot of the weight then goes to traps, and sometimes, excuse me, your forearms. So what we're going to try to do is be in our plank position, and we're going to try to first lift the front body up into the roof of the back body. And you notice when I do that, my shoulder blades spread. From there, I keep that. I send the heart forward, and I come down into 90 degrees, and I'm trying to keep the heart moving forward so the shoulder blades are still spread. And then we'll come into upward facing dog. So we'll try that together. You can step back into down dog, and we'll work that a couple of times. And then as we flow vinyasas through the remainder of practice, I encourage you to think about that. So roll forward into plank, and just notice your shoulder blades here. Good. Push the ground away. Lift your front body up into the roof of your back body. Notice the difference. And then start to shift forward. Send your heart forward and come down into chaturanga. Good. Really nice. Upward facing when you're ready. Downward facing. Let it go. Let's try it one more time. Come forward to plank. And then just for the experience, let the front body drop down a little bit to the ground. See what that feels like. See what it does to your shoulders. And then lift yourself back up. Good. Now shift forward with the heart. Take a breath in. And then low push up as you breathe out. Upward facing, really nice. Breath in. Downward facing. Breath out. Just something to play with as we flow today. From downward facing dog, look forward, breath in. Feet to your hands, top of the mat as you breathe out. Toes together or feet hips width distance apart. You're going to keep your hands on the ground and sink your hips down as much as you can. Try to shift your hips and your knees back, and then squeeze your outer hips in and lift your arms up to the sky, chair pose. Take the rounding out of your back by drawing the tailbone down, the pubic bone up, shifting the hips back so you can see your toes. Ribs are drawing in, arm bones drawing back. Take an inhale, drinking bird as you exhale. Clasp your hands behind you. Start to stand up on your toes here. Hands push down and the heels lift. All right, from here, options to keep the heels lifted or lower them down. Take it slow. Send your heart forward, just like in that chaturanga. Heart forward, hands back. Head can come down towards the ground. Arms can lift up towards the sky. And take a breath in. Heels down. Release your hands down. Forward fold. Crow pose, hands to the mat, lift the hips, knees to the back of the arms. Hands are under your shoulders, lift your hips high, look forward. Shift forward until the feet float. Option to stay and play, option to vinyasa back whenever you're ready. Nice, Heather. Look forward, shift forward, take your time. We won't move on till everyone's good. Nice, Lauren. Beautiful. Okay. And then from downward facing dog, sweep your right leg to the sky. Breath in. Point and open. Breath out. One inhale. Warrior one this time as you exhale. Right foot's forward, left foot's 45 degrees. Right hip comes back, left hip wraps forward. Hips descend, arms ascend. Take a breath in. Airplane your arms, hover your chest forward. Breath out. Clasp your hands behind your back. Start to straighten both legs. Lift your heart up to the sky. Breathe in. We'll find pyramid pose as you breathe out. Maybe you keep the hands at first. We'll eventually all bring them down to the ground. Head towards your front toe, either hands towards the sky or to the mat. Take a breath in. We'll all release the hands to the mat as you breathe out. Keep pulling your right hip back, lengthening your left hip forward. And for revolved triangle here, left hand can stay on a block under the left shoulder or the floor, or you could take the left hand outside of the right ankle, block or floor for an extra challenge. Right hand comes to your low back first. Try to level your hips. Pull the right hip back to the left, and then turn your chest open to the right. Right arm can float when you're ready. Head forward, hips back. Good. Big breath in and exhale out. Both hands frame your front foot, spin your back heel up, runner's lunge. Three-legged down dog, breath in. Three-legged plank, breath out. Three-legged down dog, inhale. Three-legged chaturanga, think about your back and your heart. Upward facing, downward facing. From downward facing dog, sweep your left leg high, breath in. Point your toe, open your hip, breath out. One inhale. Warrior one as you exhale. Left foot forward, right foot 45, left hip back, right hip forward, tail down, pubic up, ribs in. Take a breath in. Airplane your arms, hover your chest forward, breath out. Clasp your hands back behind you, opposite them on top this time. Straighten your legs, lift your chest up towards the sky. Breath in. Pyramid pose as you breathe out. Option to play with the hand bind first, or just let it go. Head to toe. Big breath in. Release your hands to the mat. Pyramid pose. Option to stay, option to revolved triangle. Right hand block or floor under the shoulder or across the ankle. Left arm could check the level of your hips before you twist. Really pull the left hip back. Nice. Big breath in. Fold back over the front leg, runner's lunge as you breathe out. Three-legged down dog, inhale. Three-legged plank, exhale. Three-legged down dog, breath in. Think about your chaturanga as you breathe out. Front body lifts up into the roof of the back body. Heart forward, not collapsing into the shoulders. Closing it out, look forward, breath in. Feet to your hands as you breathe out. Chair pose, inhale. Drinking bird as you exhale. Clasp your hands back behind you. Come on up to stand. Tail down, ribs in. Come on up to your toes, sorry. Good. Now, option to stay with the heels lifted or tap them down. Start to fold over your legs. Think heart forward. Sit bones back. Nice control. Really good. So hard. Take a full breath in. Release your hands to the mat. Breath out. Option for a final crow here or vinyasa, your choice. We'll all meet in down dog. There's no rush. Good. Look forward, shift forward. And then if you're jumping, think chest forward, feet back, super fast. Chest forward, feet back. Nice, Annika. From downward facing dog, find a quick child's pose. We'll breathe there before we move into a little bit of core. All right, friends, come on down to your back. Bring one block with you. You might look up here first. This is a little bit strange to figure out, but you kind of take the short end of the block into the back of your ankle, and then you, or maybe it's the top end of the short block into the back of your ankle and the short end on your thigh, and you start to squeeze the block with your heel and your hamstring. So I'm on the right side to start. So you'll get that, and then you'll bring your right knee over your right hip and really squeeze it in. Lift your left leg up towards the sky. Take your hands behind your head. And take an inhale. Curl up using your core as you exhale. Take another breath in. Hover your left leg forward. Keep squeezing on the block as you breathe out. One more breath in. Add a twist to the right as you breathe out. Come back to center. Lift the left leg high. Breath in. Relax your head to the mat. Breath out. Take an inhale. Curl up as you exhale. Another breath in. Left leg hovers. Breath out. One inhale. Twist to the right. Exhale. Come back to center. Left leg lifts. Breath in. Relax the head. Breath out. Now try this time to bring the right knee closer to the chest. See what activates your core more. For some of us, knee stacked. Some of us, knee closer. We'll experiment with both. So knees a little closer, but really keep that squeeze on the block. Take a breath in. Curl up as you breathe out. One inhale. Left leg hovers. Exhale. Another breath in. Twist to the right, breath out. Come back to center, left leg lifts, inhale. Relax to the mat, exhale. Go ahead, switch it out. Block's gonna move to the left leg. If you know which felt a little bit more intense, knee over hip or knee closer to the body, you can do that the whole time. Hands behind your head, right leg lifts. Pull your core muscles down to the floor underneath you and take a breath in. Curl up as you breathe out. Inhale, right leg hovers, exhale. Breath in, twist to the left, breath out. Center, right leg lifts, inhale. Head to the floor, exhale. Breath in, curl up, breath out. Inhale, right leg hovers, exhale. Breath in, twist to the left, breath out. Come back to center, inhale. Relax your head, exhale. Final time, breath in, curl up, breath out. Inhale, right leg hovers, exhale. Breathe in, twist left, breath out. Come back to center, inhale, relax, exhale. Ditch the block, find a full body stretch, let it go. We'll find down dog when you're ready. If you need anything on the way, take it. How was that core work? Tough. Yeah. You know, I've been teaching the same core work for 6 or 7 years, and that 300-hour program I'm in, I'm finding out so much more fun core stuff, which is, yeah, nice is a good word for it. All right, friends, downward facing dog. We'll add on a little to our flow here. From down dog, sweep your right leg high. Breathe in. Warrior one, breath out. Sweep both arms up to the sky. Inhale. Clasp your hands behind your back. Exhale. Straighten your front leg. Take a breath in. And find pyramid pose as you breathe out. Feet push down, head drops down. Hands could be on the ground or up towards the sky. Breath in. Pyramid pose, release the hands. Breath out. Revolve triangle, left hand plants, right arm lifts. Full inhale and exhale. Release into runner's lunge, hands frame the front foot, back heel spins up. Left arm sweeps forward, breathe in. Warrior two opens you out as you breathe out. From here, reverse warrior, breath in. Deeper bend in the front knee, breath out. Take an inhale. Find triangle pose as you exhale. Remember, right hip wraps back into the hip socket. External rotation. Crown of the head lengthens forward. Full breath in and full breath out. Now look forward. For half moon, your right hand's going to come down at least 12 inches in front of your front foot, and your back leg will lift. The block's a great option. Right toes are straight forward. If they're turning in, your left hip will not be able to open as much. Right hip wraps back, left hip lifts up and open. Take an inhale. Find revolved half moon as you exhale. Left hand comes down under your left shoulder. Right hand can check the level of your hips. Twist to the right. Right arm floats. Crown forward, back heel back. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Release into standing split. Both hands frame the front foot. Back heel lifts. Try to get your head to your toe. Take an inhale. Maybe the back leg lifts as you exhale. Cross your left foot behind your right foot, forward fold. Drive the feet into the earth. Lift the hips up towards the sky. Walk both of your hands to the right. Walk both of your hands to the left. Come back to center. Unwind your feet. Find your way back to down dog. Vinyasa, step back, your choice. All right, friends, from downward facing dog, sweep your left leg high. Breathe in. Warrior one, right away. Breath out. Feet plant, arms lift. Breath in. Clasp your hands behind you. Breath out. Lengthen the front leg. Inhale. Pyramid pose of your choice. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Pyramid pose, hands to the mat. Revolve triangle, right hand under shoulder, cross it, left arm lifts. Full breath in. Exhale out. Runner's lunge, hands frame the front foot, back heel lifts. Sweep the right arm forward, breath in. Warrior two opens you out as you breathe out. Reverse warrior, inhale. Deeper bend, exhale. Good, take a breath in. Triangle pose as you breathe out. Wrap the left hip back, lift the top hip up, top arm high. Beautiful. Look forward, half moon. Front toes straight forward. Fix them if they're not. Try again. No problem if you have to come down to come back up. Pull the left hip back, lift the right hip up. Beautiful, see you. Take an inhale. Revolved pyramid as you exhale. Right hand under the right shoulder, left arm turned. You open to the left, but drive through your core and lift through your back glute. Really nice. Take a full breath in. Standing split as you breathe out. Wiggle your toes, lift through the back glute. Perfect. Take one inhale. Right foot lands behind your left. Exhale. Take a breath in. Walk your hands to the left. Breath out. Take an inhale. Walk your hands to the right. Exhale. Breath in. Forward fold, unwind your feet. Breath out. Vinyasa, back to down dog. We'll do the same thing at the same pace because we're exploring what I like to call more deeper, maybe less safe postures today. So no super quick breath to movement. And we'll end standing in balances of what we've been doing, but something a little different. So from downward facing dog, take one breath in and one breath out. We got this. Sweep your right leg to the sky. Breathe in. Warrior one. Breath out. Arms sweep high. Inhale. Clasp your hands behind you. Exhale. Straighten the front leg. Breath in. Pyramid pose of your choice. Breath out. Hold it. Inhale. And exhale. Revolve triangle. Left hand down. Right arm lifts. Big breath in. And exhale out. Runner's lunge. Back heel lifts. Shoot your left arm forward. Breathe in. Warrior two. Try to keep your hips low. Good. Reverse warrior. Breathe in. Deeper bend. Breath out. One inhale. Triangle pose as you exhale. And notice in your triangle pose, your toes are straight forward. Your body is already in half moon shape. So don't close the hips or the shoulders. Just look forward, bend into your front knee, and fly. Lift the back leg up. Right hand to the block, the floor, floating. You might try full moon, reaching your right arm straight forward to the front of the room, by the side of your head. Really nice, so hard. Awesome, Emily. Revolved half moon when you're ready. Left hand comes down, right arm twists you open. Wiggle your toes if they're cramping. We're almost out of it. Head and heel, front and back, hand to hand, down and up. Big breath in. Land in standing split just for a brief second. Pull yourself down. Take a big breath in. Land your left foot behind your right foot. Forward fold. Walk your hands side to side. And when you're ready, vinyasa, there is no rush. If it feels good, take it all. From downward facing dog, sweep your left leg to the sky. Breathe in. Warrior one, breath out. Arms high, inhale. Clasp your hands behind you, exhale. Straighten your front leg, breath in. Pyramid pose, breath out. Deep breath in, exhale out. Revolved triangle, right hand down, left arm lifts, square the hips. One breath in, exhale out. Runner's lunge, right arm forward, breathe in. Warrior two, breath out. Reverse warrior, inhale. Deeper bend, exhale. Big breath in. Triangle pose as you breathe out. Left foot straight forward, left hip pulls back, right hip lifts up. Keep everything that way. Try not to close down, just shift forward and lift. It becomes easier over time to keep the body in the position versus close and reopen. Maybe full moon, left arm reaches straight forward by the side of your head. Incredible. Breath in. Revolved half moon whenever you're ready. Your practice, your poses, take your time. Full inhale. Standing split as you exhale. Deep breath in. Right foot lands behind the left as you breathe out. Sway a little side to side. Make your way back. When you're ready, zero rush. All right. You'll come up to the front of the mat and roll yourself up to stand. And then watch just for a moment. If you know you can do a lot of these poses standing with your peace finger on your big toe, don't use the strap. But if you're not sure, you just want to use the strap, no problem. I'm just going to show you something. So when you use the strap and you're here, we want to bring the hands as close to the foot as we can, but we also want to stand up first because trying to stretch the leg from here is really uncomfortable for the low back. So once you have the foot, stand up tall and then start to extend the leg. It doesn't have to be straight. It can be straight by maybe having a little more room on the strap, but you don't want to have this much room because you then start to take your shoulders back over your hips and dump into your low back. So hand close to the foot on the strap or peace fingers to your big toe. You can make a choice. If you're going for the strap, grab it, loop up the right foot, come up to stand. If you want to try peace fingers on your big toe, left hand, left hip, peace fingers to the right big toe. Same thing, find something to focus on in front of you, not moving, and stand up tall first. Once you're standing, extend your right leg forward. And then just like we did on the ground, try to draw your right hip down. Right hip down into the hip socket. From there, your left arm could reach out to the left, and your right leg could move out to the right. Try not to send the hip forward. That's internal rotation. Externally rotate it open and in, and draw it up towards your shoulder. From there, bring it back forward. Bend the knee a little so your left hand can grab outside of your right foot. Stand up tall. Extend the right arm straight back behind you. Really nice. Big breath in. Exhale out. Bend the knee, step it down, Tadasana. You can try the left side. Same poses, all these different ways to access them. Peace fingers on your left hand to your left big toe or strap around the left foot. Stand up tall first. Good. Left leg can extend forward. Try to draw the left hip down off the waist. From there, start to extend the right arm out to the right, left arm out to the left. Hug the hip in. Find a focus point to look at. And take an inhale. Come back to center. Exhale. Right foot threads through, right arm, threads through to grab the outside of your left foot. Extend your left arm straight back to the room. Try to push the left hip down in line with the right. Incredible. Good. Big breath in and exhale out. Set both of your feet down to the mat and take your feet to the edges of your mat. Heels go out a little, toes go in a little. Sweep your arms up to the sky. Full breath in and fold over your legs as you breathe out. Once your hands are down, you could widen your feet wider than your mat if you want to. Just let the upper body drape down. And that's it. You'll walk your feet back together to touch and make your way down to your mat. Bring your blocks with you if you don't need the strap. We'll find a full body stretch on our backs when you're ready. So lots of ways to access poses today. And I like to show that just because, it's nice to get to an hour-long yoga practice when you can. But if you ever need something for the lower body, the hips, the hamstrings, the IT bands, you can do any version of those poses to get that release. Go ahead and hug your left knee in towards your chest and roll out your left ankle. And roll it in both directions. And then spread your toes a couple times and relax them. And cross your left knee over to the right. And reach your arms out either to a T, or maybe your right hand can gently guide the left hip forward. The right hand could also come to the heart if love was the intention today. Noticing if there is any amount more love within for taking some time for yourself here today. And gently guide yourself back to your back. Extend your left leg forward, hug your right knee in, roll out the ankle in both directions. Spread the toes and relax them. 2 more times. And cross your right knee over to the left, reach the right arm out to the right. And bring yourself back to center. You're going to plant both feet on your mat and then hug both knees towards your chest, finding a little bit of movement side to side. We'll find one bridge pose, feet on the floor, arms by your side. Squeeze your hamstrings and your glutes to lift your hips up. Push down through the heels. Try to draw the heels forward. Notice how that sends your heart and your hips back. And then try to drag the heels towards your glutes and notice how that sends the hamstrings and the tailbone forward. And take a breath in. Lower your hips to the earth as you breathe out. Final pose, happy baby here. Hands can be anywhere behind your legs or all the way up to your feet. Knees go out, feet go up. And whenever you're ready for Shavasana, you can make your way there. Always encourage extra props like blocks under the knees, something under your head or over your eyes, your heart, or your hips. And if this is your first time in this practice, there is a sound bath during Shavasana. We'll play these crystal bowls that will move sound vibration through you. If at any time something feels like a bit much, feel free to wave at me and I'm happy to wind them down. And as you settle here into Shavasana, do your best to allow every cell and muscle inside of you to settle and soften and be held by your mat. And take one more slow breath in and full breath out. Shavasana. And slowly start to make your way back to your breath. Wiggling fingers and toes. And rocking your head side to side. Bend your knees, place both of your feet flat down on the ground. And slowly make your way onto your right side. Pausing there, taking your left hand to your heart. Taking a moment to show yourself love and gratitude for taking this time for yourself today. Connecting your mind, body, and spirit. Not only for physical health, but for mental health. And also while creating community, which is the best part. You can push your hands onto the mat and come on up to an easy seat. Placing both hands over your heart. And having a quiet moment with your own heartbeat. We'll close this practice with one last full breath in and out. And with so much love and gratitude to ourselves and each other, we bow together and say Namaste. Thank you all.